Alright guys, welcome back. Game of Thrones trailer is just now up. Money Team jacket is off. I actually just got a couple new fish, which I'll show you guys. My fish tank update in a minute. It's got a blue tang and a bigger, larger clownfish. So for my tank. This video, man. Unfortunately, I've been not wanting to do this video due to, there's always hope when you have LeBron on your team. There's always hope. There's always hope. You keep hope alive. You have the king on your team. But after last night, man, this season's over. This season's done. We need to get to what changes the Lakers need to make this upcoming offseason. Now, first of all, going to this season, my expectations were, I had pretty much had the same expectations as Stephen A. Because I thought this team was not this bad. Like, looking to change the people they brought in, with Rondo, Stevenson, they brought back KCP. Michael Beasley had a decent season the year before with the Knicks. Kuzma looked pretty damn good the year before. Ingram was still developing. Lonzo Ball, you thought he'd work on his jump shot this offseason, work on his body, get a little bit stronger, get it bigger. My expectations were going to the season with the Lakers. You know what? I could see them. Listen, honestly, the year before, you thought, okay, the Rockets lost Ariza. They lost Mbah Moute. You lost a couple of their key players. You know what? Rockets may take a step back with James Harden. Chris Paul had his hamstring injury year before. Maybe he's getting a little bit older. Nuggets were a good team, but you didn't think they'd be the second best team in the West coming to the season. So the West was pretty much just open besides the Warriors. Okay? So, getting to the season, Lakers started off, I believe, 0-3. Everybody's like, oh my God, Lakers started off 0-3. They lost against Portland, Houston, and who else did they lose to before that? Portland, Houston. I know that was the first two games they played. And they lost against somebody else. Whoever it was it Minnesota, whoever else they lost to, they were 0-3. Okay? LeBron goes out with his groin injury. I believe Lakers were 20-14. When LeBron went out, they were 20-14, the fourth best team in the West. Okay? Yada yada. LeBron gets injured. Lonzo Ball goes out. Then LeBron comes back. Lonzo's still out. You know what? Let's see what Lakers gonna do. But before LeBron came back, they believe the Lakers lost to the they lost to the Knicks and the Cavs. At that point in time, I would have fired Luke Walton. Because no excuse, even though you don't have LeBron, you shouldn't lose to the Cavs and the Knicks without LeBron. No excuse. They're tanking for Zion Williamson. You shouldn't be losing to those two teams. So, I would have fired Luke Walton at that point. Now, Jeannie Buss likes Luke Walton. She want to keep Luke Walton around. He's gone. He's already gone. Luke Walton is gone this season, no matter what. Now, before we get to what changes they need to make, LeBron should not sit for the rest of the season. I know everybody's saying, oh, you should rest LeBron, sit him out. There's no point in him playing the rest of these games. No. Listen here. I'm not the biggest Lakers fan. I'm just a LeBron fan like LeBron. He's one of my favorite players. He's my second favorite player. Dwayne Wade's my favorite player, but LeBron's my second favorite player. LeBron should not sit the rest of the season. He should not do that. That's disrespect to the Lakers. If you really want to get the Laker fans pissed off at you, and the Kobe fans even more pissed off at you, LeBron does not need to be sitting. Okay, you can reduce his minutes. Maybe he plays about 27 or 30, but not playing 40 minutes. At least give the people, for example, they're going to play Chicago next week. This is the only time they're going to be able to see LeBron this whole year. You don't sit LeBron. You don't sit LeBron. Sorry, you don't. He plays out the rest of the year, but reduce minutes. Okay? Next thing, Luke Walton needs to be fired. Yes. Who should replace Luke Walton? Now, if it's me, I'm looking at Doc Rivers or I'm looking at Mark Jackson. If you don't get Doc Rivers, because I know Doc Rivers' contract, I believe the Clippers have a team option on him, which is like his final year coming up, and they have a team option where they can bring him back or let him go. Now, if it's my choice between Doc Rivers or Mark Jackson, now I know Mark Jackson did a great job with the Warriors, but the reason why I'm going with these two guys as the candidates, I believe LeBron needs somebody who can push him and that somebody he would respect, and also somebody that will not take no BS. Now, Tyronn Lue did a good job with the Cavs, I'm not going to lie, but to me, at LeBron's state, he needs somebody who's going to be able to push him and that will not take no bullcrap. Not to be bowed down to LeBron, like, oh, whatever LeBron says goes. No. LeBron needs a strong-minded coach. That's why I believe Greg Popovich would have been a great coach for LeBron. But, of course, listen, if Greg Popovich was coaching somewhere that's not San Antonio, I believe LeBron would have went to go play for him. It's just that he's in San Antonio. That's the type of person LeBron needs. Somebody that's not going to take no BS from LeBron. So, but if it's me, I'm going with It's tough. 'Cause I like Mark Jackson as a coach. I do. I think he could do a great job. But I'm going to go with the guy that's been more active and more proven. I'm going with Doc Rivers. So, key one. Get Doc Rivers if you can. If you can't, Mark Jackson's the next guy. Okay? Now, as far as the offseason moves. Now, again, Lakers have this pie-in-the-sky idea that KD is coming to the Lakers. Listen, I think KD is at the point where he wants to surpass LeBron, not help LeBron get more rings. So I don't see KD going to help LeBron. But the guy that I'm going to bring up that's going to join LeBron, I don't see how KD goes to the Knicks if that guy does not go to the Knicks with KD. So it's going to be kind of tricky. But I don't see KD coming. Kawhi Leonard, I may think he'll have a meeting with the Lakers, but I don't see him coming to the Lakers. I see him going to the Clippers. Jimmy Butler's the last resort. Jimmy Butler's last resort if the Lakers have to go last resort. Kemba Walker's the same thing. He is like the last resort too. But the person I think the Lakers need to go after, like, this is your number one target. If I'm Magic Johnson, Rob Pelinka, I'm at this guy's door at 12:01. I'm at his front door, like you were at LeBron. At his front door. I'm talking about Kyrie Irving. Now, some people may believe, yes, Kyrie did left the Cavs because he wanted to be his own man. He didn't want to stay behind with LeBron. You know, it's LeBron's team. He wanted to be his own man, have his own team. Now, again, people may say Kyrie's not a great leader. I just think the thing in Boston right now is more than just Kyrie Irving. It's more of a team issue. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown were feeling themselves. They played great in the playoffs. Then all of a sudden, Gordon Hayward comes back. And he takes Jason Tatum's spot. He takes Jaylen Brown's spot. So that's the issue right there to me in Boston. To me, I would have Gordon Hayward would have been coming off the bench regardless. I like Jason Tatum. I like Jaylen Brown. Gordon Hayward should have been coming off the bench. Now, I think that has fractured some of their team chemistry. Now, you see Marcus Smart talking all this. You see the one of the Morris twins talking. I just think Kyrie, if I'm the Lakers, he's my number one target. Now, do I think Kyrie's going to be willing to go to the Lakers? I think he would if LeBron and him and Magic Johnson, they all sat down and they hashed it out. They said, look, I'm playing a couple more years here, Kyrie, in LA. This will be your team. LeBron. That's the conversation LeBron needed to have with Kyrie in Cleveland. But unfortunately, they didn't have that conversation. If I'm LeBron, I'm telling him, listen here, bro. I've got like 3 more years. After that, how old is Kyrie? Hold on. Alexa, how old is Kyrie Irving?
Kyrie Irving is 26 years old.
Okay. In 3 years, he'll be 29. He can be the face of the Lakers in 3 years. He'll be 29 years old, still have some game left in his body. So, LeBron, Magic need to sit down with Kyrie Irving at 12:01. I don't care. Now, Lakers, imagine this. You have Doc Rivers as your coach. You have Kyrie and LeBron are your 2 building blocks. Now, you still can make a move for Anthony Davis, or you can still, maybe if you don't want to trade for Anthony Davis, go knock on Kawhi Leonard's door. Whatever. But you got to get Kyrie first. He must be the second move you make. You have Doc Rivers, then you have Kyrie. That should be your... And then, if you can get Kawhi Leonard, if you can't get Kawhi Leonard, then you go and talk to Jimmy Butler. If you can't get Jimmy Butler, then you go ahead and you make the move for Anthony Davis. Because I don't see no way where the Pelicans would trade Anthony Davis to the Celtics with Kyrie going to the Lakers. There's no way that happens. Okay? So, you got right there. You have Kyrie, Doc Rivers. If you don't get Jimmy Butler or Kawhi Leonard, you make the trade for AD. Now, if you have Kyrie Irving, LeBron, and Doc Rivers, does KD take a meeting with the Lakers? I mean, if you can... Listen here. I don't see how KD would go to the Lakers to help LeBron win. To me, it just screams no way. But, if KD wants to leave the Warriors, who are you going to go to the Knicks with? You're going to go to the Knicks with Kemba Walker? I mean... Kemba Walker's a pretty good player. So, Kemba Walker, KD, and Zion Williamson. That'd be a pretty good team. It would be a pretty good team. But we'll see what happens. So, that's why I'm making the move, man. Going after Kyrie Irving, going after Doc Rivers. If you can't get AD, they have to get AD. I don't see no way AD's not going to the Lakers next year. That's a big 3. LeBron, Kyrie, AD. You bring in maybe Ray Allen, Mike Miller, Shane Battier, Dwayne Wade, Carmelo Anthony. Listen, I don't see how they would not get some good, decent role players. You still probably have, maybe $25 million in cap space? if you sign Kyrie. So you can make a couple moves. Maybe get Trevor Ariza, come back to the Lakers. They would have to get a big man because I don't see them JaVale McGee. I mean, listen, last night he got body up by Montrezl Harrell. He really did. I mean, but again, if we can get Kyrie and Doc Rivers, that's a start to the Lakers offseason. That's a start. Do you guys like my plan for the Lakers? Comment down below if you like the video. Comment down below, subscribe. We got Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat are all down below. Let's get to remembering WrestleMania 24, people. Let's get to it.
Punch on the real, make the beat, you know.